last time on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, we won the $1 million for the third straight time this season. However, we'll see if we can win a whole lot more tonight on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thursday night at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Well, we had an excellent game earlier today with the X's and KC. At least I hope we did. I'm pre-filming this before the game starts, so yeah. Well, we're certainly, well, when we left off here on Tuesday night, we're off in a great spot. As far as I'm concerned, we left off in a great spot. That's what I should say. So yeah, we're gonna get into it here right away. Hopefully we can win millions of dollars more tonight, but we will see. Break the bank, because why not? That's always fun. It's always fun to do. Whoops. Not ready for that just yet. In fact, actually, you know what? Yeah, I think we are ready for it. Right now, we're just 3 questions away from winning $1 million. Still have 3 lifelines left, 50-50. Phone a friend, and we can switch the question. Googler's gone. We can't use him anymore. So, yeah. If you want to play along with us at home, log on to rvn.com. Click on the game shows tab, search Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you'll find it right there. So, I'm ready to go. Audience, are we ready to play? Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's for $250,000. Which of these was a chart album for Avril Lavigne? Excuse me. Let go. Let me. Let out. Let down. I'm going to use the 50-50 here. Okay, computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving us with just 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Let go. Let down. Let go. Final answer. Got it! $250,000! Here we go. $500,000 on the line. Let's do this. Which of the following is the name of an ancient district in the Which of the following is the name of an ancient district in Greece? Edna, Ethel, Doris, Betty. Let's phone a friend. 1 out, it's not Betty. Alright, well, we'll switch the question, because we don't know. Okay. Ancient district of Greece, starting with the letter E. Oh. Ancient district of Greece. I don't know. Let's see. I don't see any. Betty, that couldn't have been right. Oh, well, we know it was one of those 4. That's all I'm going to say. Computer, can we please have another question valued at $500,000? What is a peruke? Horse-drawn cart? Wig? Ceremonial sword? Falcon? I don't know, to be quite honest with you. So I think I'm gonna walk away with the $250,000. Okay. Now, had we had gone for it, I probably, I would have maybe said a wig. Would have been right for $500,000, because of course we would have, but hey, $250,000, not too shabby at all. Well, let's start off with a new game. Let's play. Here we go. $100. Which of these is a type of makeup normally applied to the eyelashes? Mozzarella, marzipan, mascara, mascarpone. That is mascara. Final answer. And we got it for $100. Go for $200. What is the name of the boxer portrayed by Sylvester Stallone? Stoney, Bricky, Rocky, Pepley. Rocky. Final answer. And we got it for $200. Go for $300. Which of these is an informal name for a violin? Riddle, fiddle, kiddle, fiddle. That is a fiddle. Final answer. And we got it for $300. Go for $500. Henry VIII's first wife was Catherine of what? Aragon, Andover, Arden, Actium. That is Aragon. Final answer. And we got it for $500. Go for $1,000. In the Bible, which of these characters did Jesus restore to life? Luke, Lazarus, Martha, Miriam. That was... Who did Jesus restore to life? Who did Jesus restore life to? Lazarus, that's what I thought. Final answer. And we got $1,000. Of course, they like to cut that off right there, because, you know, why not? Here we go. We go for $2,000. Which four-legged animal appears in the title of a Shakespeare play? Horse, rat, lion, shrew. Well, it was The Taming of the Shrew. Final answer. Got it, $2,000. Woo! We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to go for $4,000. Do not go anywhere. Alrighty, welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're off to a good start in this next game. We're going to be going for $4,000 here in a moment. But as you know, if you were watching well, not this show, but RVN in general on Saturday night, as you know, I put out my updated network presentation thing. Fortunately, that did not have any sound to it. I don't know why that was, or what have you. But because of that, I redid it, and it will now air tomorrow night at 8/7 Central. So make sure you join us for that. And then Saturday night, we will have Sioux City and Cleburne. Yes, so that'll be fun. That'll be at 8 o'clock, 7 Central as well. Alrighty. But we've got $4,000, right? Or we got $2,000. We're going to go for $4,000, and we're going to do it right now. Let's play. Go for $4,000. What fraction of 1 pound is an ounce? 1/16, 1/10, 1/8, 1/4. I want to say it's 1/16, but just because, you know, there's 16 ounces in a pound. So, yeah, we'll go 1/16. Why not? Final answer. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to. Got it for $4,000. Go for $8,000. Which of these cities is in Saudi Arabia? Alexandria, Islamabad, Jeddah, Dakar. Alexandria. That was an answer to a question on Celebrity Millionaire. I can't remember where that was. Cities in Saudi Arabia. Jeddah. Okay, it is Jeddah, just minus the H. Final answer. Got it for $8,000. Add there, of course. Go for $16,000. Which of these novels was written in the 19th century? Moby Dick, Brave New World, Animal Farm, The Postman Always Rings Twice. I think it was Moby Dick. Moby Dick. Yes. Final answer. Got it for $16,000. Here we go. We're on fire. 6 away from the million, but here it is for $32,000. In which month in 1969 did Neil Armstrong become the first man to walk on the moon? March, May, July, September. Let's see, it was July 20th, 1969. So July, final answer. Got it for $32,000. Here we go now. We're going for $64,000. 5 away from the million. Let's do it. What is the middle name of TV talk show host turned mogul Oprah Winfrey? Gay, Gaynor, Gabby, Gail. I'm going to use the 50-50. Okay, computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving us with just 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Gabby, Gail. Gail sounds more of that era, around the time she was born. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to say Gail. Final answer. Got it for $64,000. Makes sense, you know, because of Gayle King and such. So here we go for $125,000. What is singer Rod Stewart's actual first name? Rodney, Roger, Roderick, Rodrigo. I'm going to ask the audience. Okay, audience, we need your help. Sorry. On your keypads, using A, B, C, or D. Hang on, vote now. Come on. Well, 33% said Roderick. 30% said Roger. It was kind of tight between the last 3. We've had this question before, and I think it was Roderick. So I'm going to say Roderick. Final answer. $225,000. Here we go. 3 away from the million. $250,000 right now. Who was the youngest member of the Bronte family? Emily, Anne, Branwell, Charlotte. Boy, I have got no clue. If I had to guess, I would say Emily, because that's just, I didn't even know. And there's not 4 Bronte children. At least I don't think there is. We're going to have to use Googler on this one. Who is the youngest member of the Bronte family? Oh, it was Anne. Well, thank goodness we looked that up. We'll go with Anne. Final answer. Did it for $250,000! Wow, 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 wow. Here we go. $500,000. Let's get it. In which country is the agora a unit of currency? Israel, Jordan, Egypt, Lebanon. I have no idea, so let's switch the question here. Okay. Agora. Let's see what it is. Agora currency. Israeli, so it was Israel. Okay. Computer's going to give us another question valued at $500,000 when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Well, we know that the answer is Israel, so computer, it's going to generate us another question valued at $500,000. Here we go. Which organization was formed as a result of the Bretton Woods Conference of 1944? Greenpeace, World Bank, Interpol, United Way. I think it's Interpol. Final answer. Oh. Shoot. Oh, I know Interpol is an answer to a question we've had before, but it must not have been that one. Dang it! Ugh. Well, you know what? That is okay. A-okay. So, you know what? We'll build our way all the way back up to the top, because that's all we can do. Here we go for $100. What is the name for the plot in a garden where flowers are grown? Table, chair, bed, wardrobe. That is a bed. Final answer. And we got it for $100. We'll go for $200. Which of these might be caused by a blow to the head? Concussion, condensation, confection, congregation. That is a concussion. Final answer. And we got it for $200. Go for $300. Which of these is traditionally heard before a race? Starting pistol, opening gun, initiating rifle, beginning musket. That is a starting pistol. Final answer. And we got it for $300. Go for $500. Little Rock is the capital of what state? Alaska, Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas. That is no, it's Arkansas. Final answer. Arkansas. Got it for 500. We'll go for 1,000. What is the name for the hard deposit found in kettles? Lime scale, lemon scale, orange scale, grapefruit scale. I don't know. Hard deposit found in kettles. Hard deposit found in kettles. Lime scale. There we go. Final. Oh, wait. Found in kettles. Okay, lime scale. I wasn't sure if that was the same thing or not, but it is. Final answer. And we got it for $1,000. All right, we're doing well so far. Here we go now for $2,000. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. In which musical is Maria made the governess of a family of 7 children? West Side Story, The Sound of Music, My Fair Lady, Oliver. That is The Sound of Music. Final answer. And we got it for $2,000. This is for $4,000. What was the occupation of the man commemorated by Scots on Burns Night? Excuse me. Soldier, explorer, poet, clan chieftain. I don't know. Scots on Burns Night.
Burns Supper will be on Sunday, January
Scots
25th,
on
2026.
Burns Night. Title, is that, or occupation? Patient. Burns Supper was the life of... Oh, yeah, he was a poet. Okay, there we go. Final answer. What was the big deal? We got it for $4,000. We're going now for $8,000. Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain on what continent? Europe, Africa, Asia, South America. I think it's Europe. Final answer. Oh, it was Africa. Darn it. I don't know why I thought it was in Europe. I mean, to be fair, are there any mountains in Europe? Like, whatever. Well, we'll try again. Here we go for $100. Whoops. The famous Italian explorer was named Marco what? Croquet, golf, polo, tennis. That is polo. Final answer. And we got it for $100. Go for $200. Which of these is a secure underground room used to store valuables? Horse, vault, beam, bar. That is a vault. Final answer. And we got it for $200. Go for $300. On which body of water is Chicago located? Mississippi River, Erie Canal, Lake Michigan, the Atlantic Ocean. That is on Lake Michigan. Final answer. And we got it for $300. Go for $500. Which of these is an apartment having 2 rooms or floors? Reflex, convex, duplex, multiplex. That is a duplex. Final answer. Excuse me, we got it for 500. We'll go for 1,000. What is the correct word for the feather covering of birds? Foliage, plumage, haulage, pillage. That is foliage. Final answer. And, oh wait, it is not. My goodness, it was plumage. Dang it. Well, we'll take a break. We'll start a new game right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Well, let's see if maybe this is our game. We'll see. I don't know if it will be or not, but let's do this. Let's play. For $100. What phrase is often used to describe senior company executives? Chubby dogs, fat cats, big bunnies, stout squirrels. That is fat cats. Final answer. And we got it for $100. Go for 200. What is the name for a get-together of Native Americans? Bow wow, powwow, chow wow, wow wow. That is a powwow. Final answer. And we got it for 200. Go for 300. Which of these is a shoe with a heavy wooden sole? Moccasin, sandal, loafer, clog. That is a clog. Final answer. And we got it for 300. Go for 500. The samurai were a type of ancient warrior based in which country? Japan, Mexico, Egypt, Greece. That is Egypt. Final. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Of course, it's too late now because I got it wrong. Oh, my goodness. Dang it. Well, let's try it again. Let's play. What are the equal periods into which a boxing match is divided? Rounds, halves, quarters, periods. That is rounds. Final answer. And we got it for $100. Go for 200. What is the name of Green Bay's NFL team? Stackers, Craters, Packers, Pillars. That is the Packers. Final answer. And we got it for 200. Go for 300. A tremor is a small what? Avalanche, tornado, tidal wave, earthquake. That is an earthquake. Final answer. And we got it for 300. Go for 500. Which machine is traditionally used for printing books and magazines? Press, push, preen, polish. That is press. Final answer. And we got it for 500. Go for 1,000. What superstorm wreaked havoc on America's eastern seaboard in the fall of 2012? Lucy, Sandy, Carly, Mary. That is Sandy. Final answer. And we got it for $1,000.
Small, short, tall. For the think.
More ads, of course.
Your summer turning bummer. Mosquito.
Here we go. We'll go for $2,000. Which city was the host to the 1984 Summer Olympics? Moscow, Montreal, Seoul, Los Angeles. Well, it's going to host them again in about 3 years, and we'll be covering them for sure. Maybe even live, too, so that'll be fun. Los Angeles, final answer. Got it for $2,000. Here we go for $4,000. For which of these bands did Rick Wakeman play keyboards in the 1970s? Yes. No. Perhaps. Maybe. I don't know. Rick Wakeman. Rick. Oh, yes, there we go. Final answer. Yes. Got it for $4,000. There we go for $8,000. What is another name for a mountain lion? Cheetah. Panther. Puma. Leopard. We'll see. What is another name for a mountain lion? Cougar. That's not there. Panther, that's there though. Final answer. I don't even know what to say. I really have no clue what to say. You know, I'm very rarely left speechless around here, that's for sure. But yeah. Well, we'll try again. Let's play. Dad is an informal name for which relative? Nephew, father, uncle, brother. That is father. Final answer. And we got it for $100. Go for 200. Altitude is the measurement of what? Weight, temperature, speed, height. That is height. Final answer. And we got it for 200. Go for 300. What is the name given to the person who reads out the numbers in a bingo hall? Shouter, screamer, caller, yeller. That is the caller. Final answer. And we got it for 300. We'll go for 500. How many of the USA's 50 states are separated from the mainland states by sea or another country? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 2. Final answer. And we got it for 500. We'll go for 1,000. Key Largo is a part of which U.S. state? New York, Florida, Texas, California. That is Texas. Or excuse me, Florida. Final answer. And we got it for $1,000. We'll take a break and go for $2,000 in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we've got a good start to this game. Let's see if we can keep it up, though. Here we go. Let's play for $2,000. What would a Greek do with a tzatziki? Sit on it, sing it, eat it, kick it. A tzatziki. Let's look it up. Tzatziki. Okay, that's not. No. Oh, it's a dish, so you eat it. Final answer. Got it for $2,000. Of course, an ad. We'll go for $4,000. Indiana shares its northern border with which other U.S. state? Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania. That is Ohio. Fine. Wait, no. No, northern border. That'd be Michigan. Final answer. I think. Got it for $4,000. Well, we go for $8,000. Kohlrabi is a type of what? Cabbage, cat, carpet, cap. I don't know. Kohlrabi. Kohlrabi. I was going to turn into something else. Okay, well, it's a vegetable, so cabbage. Final answer. Got it for $8,000. $16,000. Here we go. What was the first name of Robert Louis Stevenson's infamous character, Mr. Hyde? Edmund, Edward, Edmund, Edgar. I don't know. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Okay. Robert Louis Stevenson's Mr. Hyde. Okay, what's his first name, though? Edward. There we go. That's what we wanted. Edward. Final answer. Whoops. Got it for $16,000. There we go. $32,000. Where in the human body is the vitreous humor? Liver, stomach, inner ear, eye. I don't know. Vitreous humor. Vitreous humor. Victorious humor. The human eye. Final answer. Got it for $32,000. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. $64,000. Let's get it. In which James Bond film does Roger Moore disguise himself as a clown? A View to Kill, The Man with the Golden Gun, Octopussy, Live and Let Die. I'm going to use the 50-50 here. Okay, computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving us with just 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Octopussy, The Man with the Golden Gun. We've had this question before, and I believe it was Octopussy. Final answer. Got it for $64,000. Here we go. 125,000. How many children did Shakespeare have with Anne Hathaway? 3, 5, 7, 10. I don't know, so we're going to ask the audience. Okay, audience, we need your help. On your keypads using A, B, C, or D, vote now. Ding. So 34% said A, 3. Well, let's go with it. 3, final answer. Got it for 125,000. Okay, that sound means that we are out of time for tonight, but we will be back here on Sunday night, right here on our normally scheduled time at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 Central, right here on our channel. So tonight, we won a total of $284,000, which is really, really good. This week, we won $1,819,000, and when we add it to the entire season, $10,257,000, and we are at the halfway mark. So we could definitely, at this rate, we'll be at over $20.5 million. Absolutely incredible, but you're gonna have to come back and watch to see if we even get that much money. So, yeah, from all of us here, good night.